Fascinating.
Hey everybody, welcome to another episode of Trek in the Valley, the non-encyclopedic Star Trek, the original series recap. We're the non-encyclopedic Star Trek podcast. We get together in the San Fernando Valley, we talk about fucking Star Trek, you get it. This is the second time I've recorded this. We don't often do second takes, and it really fucked me up, gang. I got to admit, it fucked me up. I'm Adam Wardall Quinnell, and I'm here with my co-host.
Hey, everybody, it's Al Hirt here. What's up?
Oh, not much, Al. Just hanging out in an overcast weather situation that we already talked about once.
Yeah,
but because I
it's
didn't
kind of
fucking
weird.
hit record. No, it's fine. It's just humid and overcast, but it's probably going to be 1,000 degrees out before we even know it. So
Yeah.
there you go. Enjoy it while you
Summer.
can. Enjoy it while you can, Southern
Whoa.
California, because shit is gonna suck in 3 months. But yeah, so it's probably enough chit chat. What do you think? How are you doing?
Yeah,
Everything
feels
good.
about
Everything
right.
else good. We're good.
Yeah, actually, I was just trying to reminisce on the previous episode.
Oh, because you're actually doing some. You're doing
Yeah.
You're doing some
It was a
pre-stoner
little
homework
segue.
in your head.
What does Al remember?
I love that last one. All right, Al, what do you remember about last week's episode, starting, of course, with the motherfucking title?
Was it Albatross?
Albatross! Yes, indeed it
Yeah.
was.
And I was like, what is that whole thing? What's the whole shtick? And I guess it's some phrase. You have an albatross around your neck if you're guilty.
It's from the motherfucking Rhyme of the Ancient Mariner or some shit. Dude's got an albatross around his
Anyways.
neck, weighs him down. It's his conscience.
Yeah. Kirk and the gang are on some planet doing some negotiating deal thing. Right? And then one of the aliens is like, hey, by the way, Dr. McCoy, that's him, right? It's like, yes. And then they charge him for, what is it, murder? Starting a plague.
Plague, yeah. The official charge is Plague Man.
Plague man. Yeah.
I think
Not
that's
a
what
genocide, but
Yeah, no, he just got charged with being a plague man because, and something that I want to
it was
mention.
19 years ago.
19 years ago, and something I have to mention before I allow you to continue your so far amazing recap. It is so hilarious that they're like, the Dramians are like, thank you for the medical supplies. And Kirk's like, yeah, so I guess we're going to get the fuck out of here. And they're like, oh, hold on, Captain. By the way, we've already spoken to the Federation and we're going to arrest McCoy for killing thousands of people in a plague.
That was the other thing, too. Kirk was like, are you messing with me? Like, you're pulling on my leg, right?
Kirk was like,
Yeah, and then I forget who reads it. Oh, Spock. He's like, yeah, this is an official order through the Federation, giving them permission to pretty much seize Bones.
I just don't think the Federation would let them be surprised by that.
Yeah, that was the one discussion we were very hinged on there. We were like, why wouldn't they send him an email or something like, oh, by the way, you have a fugitive on board.
Right? So
And then the point where it's 19 years ago and Bones is like, oh, God, it is possible.
maybe I did cause a plague. You know how it is when you're like, maybe I did cause a plague. I can relate to that.
I've done a lot of shitty medicine.
Fair, yeah. He's like, I've definitely used a lot of potions, as Spock would say. So they arrest Bones, and then what happens?
So after they arrest him, obviously they just try to, like, I guess, prove his innocence, and they figure out what happened exactly on the planet in the past.
In the past, they go to the planet where it
started,
happened.
the plague, and it wiped them in what, 3 days? It was like 3 or 4 days.
It killed everybody in 3 days. It makes you change color.
And then I guess they kind of trick one of the aliens to get on their ship. So they're leaving without Spock, or not Spock, without Bones. And they're like, we're going to come back for Bones. And so then they're deciding to look into the planet, I guess. And then one of the ships is following them. And Kirk is like, oh, wait, let's let him
let's fuck
board
with this spy.
Yeah. And he was like, let's open our hatch by accident. Let him, enter the back door. They're like, okay. And then they kind of do this whole thing where he's kind of captured, or he's what's the term that they say?
Well, he's they've impounded his ship.
Yes, yeah.
And so they're like, because he's
illegal parking.
He's like, because he can't communicate out because of the stuff that's going on.
Because he got off the ship.
Yeah, and he can't fly to the nearest starbase to report what the Enterprise has done, because they're like, we've impounded your ship, so you're fucked. So they're just gonna make him go with them while they investigate.
Basically. And one of the best lines, too, is as soon as they get to the planet, Kirk is like, this looks like shit.
What the fuck, dude? And again, I posit that I guess we realize now that the reason everything looks like shit is because there's been those weirdos living there who's lost their families in the plague, but then came back.
And then I guess they're in a cave hiding from these people. And one of them kind of interrupts everybody's conversation, and they're like, there is one survivor. And everyone's like, oh, gasp, And turns out it was some guy. Some
Scooby-Doo villain, Coltai,
yes.
Some Scooby-Doo looking motherfucker villain.
And that Bones ended up saving those 19 years ago because of, by accident, right?
Yeah,
he was treating him for something else.
Yeah, because the guy had Saurian fever.
And
so Bones treated him for Saurian fever, but apparently the Saurian fever antibodies helped fight the plague.
Yes, so then that will be important later.
That will be important later.
So then they take the survivor back on board to the Enterprise, right, to do some science.
Sure, and then
they some of them
everybody gets sick,
right? Yeah,
everybody gets sick
because they go through the Aurora Borealis again.
They don't know why that's why.
Yes,
but yeah, that's why. They just think that they got it on the planet and they brought it up. Yeah,
yes,
and even the survivor got it.
Yes, even the survivor started to get it again, which was really freaky. No, and I guess they didn't notice from the get-go because they were describing the plague back on the planet when they were arresting Bones, that they were changing different colors. Just so happens that the Aurora Borealis is different colors.
Just like, they turn blue, then green, then yellow, then red. I can't remember the order, but it's fucking hilarious.
They're on their way back. Spock's like, I am a Vulcan, so naturally, for the sake of the plot, I'm not sick. And Kirk's like, get Bones right now. And so then Bones pretty much jailbreaks Spock pretty much jailbreaks Bones.
Mm-hmm.
And then they have a really funny back and forth, kind of a spat. And then Bones is like, wait, my Sauron virus thing helped everybody? And then he does his thing and boom, everybody's cured and then they're all okay.
And they're like,
and then they drop the charges.
They're like, we're sorry.
Yeah, they're like, sorry about charging you out of nowhere.
Oopsie. I mean, you got to admit,
we didn't appreciate the jailbreak, but
you were there, and then the plague was there, and it just really kind of felt like,
Turns out it was the Aurora Borealis' fault.
Turns out the Aurora Borealis was doing it, and it really fucking got everybody, and now they're okay, except the dead ones. Oh, one thing that
Oh, and then they're like, oh, we appreciate your little formula for next time this shit happens, so we don't have to call you. No,
yes.
Perfect. Okay, bye.
Also, I want to mention Order 6, which is if everybody dies of the plague in 24 hours, the ship is going to self-destruct.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
And this is a show for children. I feel like it's always important.
They're quite literally on their last leg.
Right? Oh man, I used Format Painter on my notes thing, and it didn't fucking paint the format at all. That's not that's not the format I selected for painting. What the fuck? And so great job recapping for us Albatross.
Yeah. It was, I don't know. It was interesting in the way Bones got accused immediately.
The Albert. Yeah, dude, it really fucking kicks it. Like, they really, like, they would have showed them.
You think he'd be more pissed off?
No, he was worried.
As soon as they said 19 years ago, he was like, dude, I was a fuckboy back then.
I definitely ate a lot of my own pills. That's when I was eating my own pills, Jim. God
For the
damn.
pain.
That's when I was smoking all that wacky tobacco. So yeah, good job. That was Albatross. That was last week. And today, on episode 115, I believe, of Trek in the Valley. This is bonus episode 24. Don't check my math. I do not pay close attention. And we are discussing an episode entitled, I believe, if I'm getting this right, How Sharper Than a Serpent's Tooth.
Yep.
Woo! Fucking nailed it. How sharper than a serpent's tooth.
How sharper than a serpent's tooth.
How sharper than a serpent's tooth. This episode originally aired on October 5th, 1974. The synopsis from our scribe at Paramount Plus is the Enterprise runs into a being that once visited Earth and influenced the Mayan culture.
Ooh.
Whoa, so they're doing this shit that they did with the Greek gods and shit, but it's going to be like a pyramid god.
Yeah.
And that's exactly what it is.
And it's very exciting, very straightforward kind of episode as they usually are. There's no B plot. It's just the one for the fellas. Is Uhura in it? I think she's in like maybe one or two shots.
No, Uhura is like, what's going on? What we got to figure out what's with the captain. And Spock's like, shut the fuck up, Uhura. You're supposed to be scanning the dragon bird thing or whatever the hell. You're not supposed to worry about the captain right now.
That's my job.
I am acting Captain Spack. All right, so let's press play here. Zip the Enterprise, zip it around.
We immediately get
a
stronger being, that's just very overpowered and probably could take them, but just quite doesn't.
Took two motherfuckers to write this episode, by the way.
Oh wow.
Which is good, which is funny. I wonder if one of them was like, I just want to get the native stuff. I want to get the Native American stuff. And it's
some book notes here.
And he's a Comanche, and so that's what's fucked up. Is we'll get to it, but the Native American motherfucker on the bridge is like, I'm a Comanche, so I know all this shit. I know all this shit about fucking Mayans.
About tribal shit, of course.
Yeah, I just read about brown people in North America and Central America in general, and I soaked up a lot of it. Yeah.
It was like an engineer, Jose Gonzalez, like, oh my God, I really want to go. No, it's okay. We got Mountain Bear with us. He knows everything.
Oh no, when we can't, his name is Walking Bear.
Walking Bear, excuse me.
I actually knew a guy named Spotted Bear when I was a kid, or when I was first starting out in stand-up. His name was Will Spotted Bear. Yeah, he was
badass.
He's a pretty funny guy.
Anyways,
all right,
yes.
so there, of course, look, listen. If they didn't find signals that they had to follow, they would be completely out of a fucking job on the Enterprise. There's a craft that flew through part of space, and they're like, what the fuck? And so now they're following the trail of a probe, basically. It's a probe. And then before it could be intercepted, it was self-destructed.
Huh.
So they're following the trail of the probe.
In the middle of nowhere.
Right, but left by the probe's highly advanced propulsion system. They're always finding people. If I was the Federation, I'd be like, God damn, all these motherfuckers have better propulsion systems than us? Jesus Christ. It was the Vidalans the other day. It was the fucking Zubazobas before that. Whatever, man. And so they find a vessel at extreme range, and it's on the same course as the probe, and we get some good Eric's. We get some good Mr. Eric's actions.
With his noodle neck.
Yeah, and his hand coming out of his chest. This doesn't make a lot of sense. On my planet, all of the fruit trees are shaped like triangles, and we evolved 3 hands to reach up. And now the motherfucking ship, like, doubled in size because of all this other kind of stuff. So first off, they find it's the ship is doubled in size, and it's a big lima bean looking cloud. You can't see the ship
like a blob.
yet. And so like it was just this size, and then they get to it, and it's like double size and a blob.
And Spock's like this shape doesn't make any sense. There's nothing in the database. It has a ship design.
It has a giant bean-shaped energy field around it. There's a giant bean-shaped energy field, Captain. And then they say the ship is made entirely of crystalline ceramic, so it's like a Hummel figure.
Huh? Yeah.
Yeah, it's like a ceramic, you get like a lawn gnome.
And as Spock is talking again, we get interrupted, like in previous episodes, by this fucking loud ass noise, and the ship just gets fucking shook.
Yeah, right. The ship starts shaking like it's live action, and they're shaking the camera.
Yeah, and they're kind of trapped in the muck of the sand.
So it's like it's like we're driving up against a fucking wall or something yucky, Captain.
Shit.
It's like we're driving from a peat bog or something. That's Irish, not Scottish. Now I feel racist.
Yeah.
Actually, it might have been Scottish. I think it's Irish. You work in the peat bog. So then we find out that the ship is in a globe. As usual,
the Enterprise is trapped.
Yeah, the super powerful beings always have a way to trap the Enterprise, and this time it's trapped in a big force bubble, right? Mm-hmm. And it absorbs any force. So like when you try and hit it, it just absorbs the force, so you can't break out.
Right.
And this is defying science. Spock is like, I have no idea how this force bubble even works. And so far,
and does it even stretch?
And then we see the ship. Now, Al, we see the alien ship. I want you to describe this ship for our listeners, Al.
So the front kind of looks like a dome circle with the universe inside of it, a bunch of stars, and then it kind of has like this cap, kind of like this Vader cap looking thing.
Yeah, it looks like the Hollywood Bowl band shell, but like shaped like Darth Vader's head.
That's right. Yeah, true.
And then what else?
And then right behind it, we have like these two red wings that kind of come up the triangles. Kind of like an X-wing, but kind of half built.
It's like if you got, it's like a Lamborghini.
Eyes.
It's like a Lamborghini with
the
two doors
open. Yeah,
with the upwards doors, whatever they call them.
Oh yeah.
And the wing doors. And yeah, like they said, they look like eyes. It looks like a fucking face. Like it's got a little mouth that it's smiling, and it's got a galaxy in there.
From the get-go, it is kind of the design of the god too.
Yeah, and then
I gotta say, this is the coolest ship I've seen next to the Romulus bird of prey.
Right, and so it's this ship. It slows down and it just blasts them, and while they're inside the orb, it's like, what the fuck? You can't reverse engines and get it, so it's shooting them with a beam.
Yeah,
they can't get out of the orb. They shoot back at the ship, but their phasers for the ship gets blocked by the bubble. So you're telling me you can shoot into this bubble, but we can't shoot out? That's fucked up.
Yeah, it's kind of creepy how just
they're just getting
dominated.
Probed.
Yeah,
they're getting probed left and right. My God!
And now the energy of this ship is now shifting, and we see it kind of change from this modern Trek design into this like crazy kind of like you know how they have those Chinese street fairs with what's it called?
Yeah, the big dragon.
You know, the big dragons and stuff. Yeah, where like, I don't know, 20 people are holding them.
Yeah, it's like that, but South American or Central American. Central American. Yeah. I know. I am smart about.
But yeah, I was surprised this wasn't Incan.
History,
Mayan.
Right? Mayan. And but then they kind of say it was all cultures. He got around.
They did get around.
He got around. Clan.
Yes.
And so now
everybody has wide-eye reactions this whole episode, and they reuse them. It's great.
So the ship that we just described now looks like it has the body, like a holographic dragon body overlaid over the ship. And it's so strange because it's not like the ship turns into the dragon bird thing. No. It's that it motherfucking is like a hologram around it. And then that's not even the guy. he's a guy that looks like that that's inside there.
Uh-huh.
Like, would you drive a car that looked like a guy? Like, what
Just
the
a
hell?
naked man.
Yeah, like just like a man, and it's got wheels.
He's in T-pose, just
Right?
standing in space.
It would probably be more the man is laying on his back and he has wheels on his shoulders and feet.
Oh, that's
and
so
you like
weird.
straddle
I don't
the
wanna
man.
Think about that.
Well, hey, I'm just putting it like
You gotta open the hatch so they can come through the rear.
I'm sorry to be so fucking philosophical on our Star Trek podcast.
There's like a fire in the right thigh.
Right? Yeah.
gotta take it out.
We've got to fill it up with gas, and it's like a hose in the urethra. Why would it go there? So Kukulkan, so they explain that it's Kukulkan in a moment, but this dragon bird guy makes a crazy vicious face at them on the ship, the holographic ship, and it says, "One in your midst knows my name," because
he goes, at least one of you know my name.
yeah,
you
he's like
fuckers.
and so he read their minds.
Yes.
And so basically this guy says, this walking bear says, "Hey, so yeah, I'm a Comanche, and I studied the histories of many of ancient Earth peoples." Why didn't they make him a fucking Mexican dude?
I don't know. It was pretty close.
What the fuck? Why they were like, we want to do a Native American, but they couldn't think of like a Native American thing to have the thing be. And you know what? Maybe one of our listeners is going to be like, Comanche were actually motherfucking in Mexico too. And if I don't understand the history, that's just fine. But he says Kukulkan is a Mayan god who came from the skies bringing knowledge. Like,
sounds like you're saying cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs.
No, I'm not being culturally insensitive. It's Kukulkan. That's how they pronounce it.
Yeah,
Kukulkan. Kukulkan. Kukulkan.
Kukulkan. No.
You're getting there. Anyway, so we get to, as usual, this is another humankind mistook a god for a spaceman. Remember that old chestnut, old trope where once again we're finding out via Star Trek that some cultural some cultural religious thing was actually an alien.
Yeah.
Oh, back to the well.
Yeah.
But I think this is a lot more interesting than the Greek shit or whatever else.
By miles.
Yes, miles
by light
and
years.
miles. This is so much better than Who Mourns for Adonis.
Yes, that's my definite baseline of worst.
And then what happens?
It just hops right to it. They're all kind of freaking out about that. They're just fucked and in this bubble. And one by one, they all just disappear. It was Bones, then Scotty, then Walking Bear.
And then
Kirk's like, what's happening to my crew?
Where's everybody going?
And then right as he gets really pissed off, he just disappears.
Yeah, and then
Kirk disappears.
Lopsa disappears. And of course, Spock is then in command.
Yeah, he's about to run over. And he disappears.
First officer. Oh, yeah.
Spock like covers his mouth and he's like, oh no.
I keep talking over you because I'm so excited. This episode's so funny. Every shot is hilarious and
like
awesome.
It's like a fever dream,
right? And
it's like
so
it's like 1:30 and you like open your eyes and you're like, what's happening?
When Spock covers his mouth, like, oh my gosh, like that's an emotion, Spock. You can't be
so
surprised.
Confused.
I don't know how Vulcans work anymore.
I was thinking Spock was gonna dive and like do a torso hug or something.
It looked like he was gonna jump at Kirk when Kirk was disappearing.
Both disappear. That'd be cool. Spock would have helped.
Like, what did they do before when they did that? And they beamed up some guy that Kirk grabbed. Or they beamed up the baby of the aliens.
Oh, no, they did. Yeah, they beamed the wrong person because
they grabbed the transporter.
The transporter got on the baby grabbed the transporter.
Because
right?
the communicator.
Yeah, the communicator.
The communicator. Yeah, that was from the one at the menagerie.
Yes.
Not that long ago.
Speaking of, we
got another. Not only is it a god that was perceived as an alien perceived as a god by ancient humans, but they're like, and this is only a 22-minute episode of a children's show, and they managed to fucking smash a bunch of Star Trek tropes into this one episode, and they got a guy who's like, I'm a Comanche. Like, god damn, this episode has it all.
By the way, I'm a Comanche.
yeah, so now they're on the four of them are on Kukulkan's ship. It looks like a huge open space.
Right.
Like it remember
Very cheap ship design.
Yeah, remember when we used to make fun of when they wouldn't have walls on the sets or something because they didn't have money? This is like that, but for animation.
No,
like,
but the first time it was scary. You know, remember when they were just like in a black dungeon and they're like, this is their ship, but it's like they have like no concept of like what the ship looks like. This is just like, okay, we know you wanted to cut some corners.
We're in a teal room with
the floor is the darker shade.
And then we hear Kukulkan saying, "Now I will show you the seeds that I have sown before." And then they show the lights of the galaxy. He says, "Find their purpose if you can," and then boom, they're in a giant forest.
What?
Excuse me?
And then it just changes again.
And now there's a whole city being built around them. The fuck?
Yeah.
Like, excuse me. Oh, the surprised look on Walking Bear's face at about 8 minutes and 53 seconds is absolutely precious.
Yes, it's right as the pyramid pops up.
A huge golden pyramid. A huge golden pyramid, and either Scotty or Bones is like, "Where'd it come from?" And Kirk's like, "We're gonna fucking find out, Scotty."
And he is like, "Mi cultura."
This is what I was talking about. We come back from commercial, and Uhura is like, "Hey, so shouldn't we? What do you think happened to the captain and the doctor and Scotty and that new guy that we just happened to have on board when we ran into some native shit?" and Spock goes, "Lieutenant Uhura, you're supposed to be monitoring the alien vessel. Get your fucking head out of your ass." It's like, God damn.
Yeah, damn. Okay,
dude, Spock, I get it.
What'd you say? Fuck me for?
Yeah, right. I know it's and so this is why, and I love this because they do this in sci-fi all the time, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's in like Prometheus or some other shit too, where they're on the alien spaceship, or in this case, they're on the alien city that was built by Kukulkan.
Yes.
And they see motherfucking Egyptian hieroglyphs, but then they also see Mayan shit. And
this is confusing.
What? And so basically,
Walking Bear covers it all.
Walking Bear is our picture into all things indigenous, and he says the legend has it that he gave the plans for a city and said Kukulkan gave the plans for a city to this culture, to Mayans, and he said whenever the city is finished, Kukulkan will come back, and he never came back. And then they're finding out that like Kirk puts it together somehow. Like it's fucking crazy. Kirk just like looks around and goes, it looks like Kukulkan visited many cultures and gave them all plans, but each one only used parts of the knowledge to build their culture, and that's probably why it didn't work.
If Spock was there, he'd be like, "That's a pretty bold fucking assumption,
right?"
Captain.
And Kirk is like, "If no one got this right, that's why Kukulkan never got back. So they've got to figure out how this big city works to try and make Kukulkan reappear." And this is also Kukulkan can just rub their face into it like, "You forgot me, you little fucks." Yeah. Like that's his whole deal. He's like, "You forgot me, you little fuckers." I'm fucking pissed.
Kirk is like, "That pyramid. That pyramid's the center of it all. That pyramid." And they're like, "Well, I mean, there's this Colosseum right there. It looks pretty nice."
There's
like,
actually,
"No, forget that."
like all kinds of shit around here. We got this pyramid.
I think it's the Eiffel Tower over there. No, fuck that. That pyramid.
No, dude. And so then Kirk goes to the top of the pyramid, and on top of the pyramid, there's a stained glass art of like a table of Kukulkan.
Yeah.
I would love to have that.
Yeah.
I would love to have that coffee table of Kukulkan.
That'd be cool.
That'd be dope. And so then around this pyramid, at each of its four corners, there is a big statue with a Kukulkan head on it. Mm-hmm. And this is basically like a Legend of Zelda puzzle.
Yes.
And so they have to face each Kukulkan statue.
I was thinking though, since it's like indigenous, it was Uncharted.
Yes, absolutely. Yeah,
getting the treasure.
Yeah, or that Dr. Robert Langdon from the Da Vinci Code,
or something cheesier like what's it called? Talking with American monuments and stuff. National Treasure.
National Treasure. Yeah.
Oh, jeez.
So this is a great shot at about 12 minutes and 15 seconds, 16, 17, 18 seconds in. Look at that shit.
Ooh.
So it's all 4 statues blasting their beams of light through the stained glass huge sculpture of Kukulkan Khan. And the animation, it's some really stellar like liquid animation fire kind of looking shit.
It's like the lava that they use, but they use like different shades.
Colors.
Yeah.
Yes.
And here we were. I was just laughing about how like boring the background was. But then Kukulkan, right?
Yeah.
Appears.
So they did the
Finally.
thing. This is rad. Kukulkan appears and he goes, "Behold me as I am," and he looks.
He's like, "You finally did the thing."
He looks fucking awesome, dude.
He does.
So it's like a long snake body that's got the head of a red snake body with the head of a green snake that's got like a flower petal filigree around his neck.
Yeah.
And then he's got big blue wings.
It's like a mane.
Right?
Filigree.
A mane of feathers.
Mane.
Of feathers, probably.
Is it feathers?
I think it's probably feathers.
It looks like a flower, but
it does, but that's probably just an artistic license. And then he's got these huge blue bird, I almost called them arms, flying arms, wings.
Yeah.
They're wings. And the great part about the Kukulkan animation is his head doesn't move, but his wings and his body do kind of flutter and move around, and it is amazing. I never got tired. They should have this Kukulkan animation like read the news. Like I would just watch that like, "Oh, behold Kukulkan, you got it. Tell me what's going on with the tariffs, Kukulkan." And so here we go. First reaction shot. We see Kirk is in the like we get a reaction shot of all of the away team, the non-consensual away team, and it's like close up of half of Kirk's face, and he looks happy almost, but he's like you know, and it's just his eye and part of his nose and his ear and half of his little smiling mouth, and then behind him, Walking Bear just looks wrecked. Look at that guy, Al. Look at Walking Bear's face there.
Oh, I know. He looks so worried.
Just out of it. I think he looks either drunk or baked, and that's fucked up, animators. And Bones looks angry, and Scotty's too far in the background. Looks like a Venture Brothers guy.
Yeah.
But yeah, and so this is hilarious because Kukulkan appears to these guys. And he's like doing his crazy Kukulkan flying. He's like, "Hey, where are your fucking weapons, man? Don't you hate me?" It's like, what, dude? Like, he's like, "Where are your fucking weapons? Look at me. Don't you
he's
fucking,
like,
you must hate me, right?"
Fight.
He's like, "You must hate me, right?" And they're like, "What?"
He's like, "Let's fight.
Use your weapons on me if you dare." And
They're
Kirk's
"We don't have weapons.
"You beamed us here. We don't have weapons. Even if we did," he goes, "even if we did, we'd only use them with reason." And he goes, "Where is your hate? You hate me, do you not?" I love this guy. And so basically Kukulkan explains that he's mad that they don't remember him.
No.
He's like, if you remembered and it kind of feels like if we remembered his teachings, we'd be dicks. Like you forgot the hate that I taught you. What?
Yeah, and then he goes, "Let me show you my other children."
Yeah, so he shows them, he takes them to a menagerie where
and
he's
like,
got...
"Whoa, there's a bunch of fucking cages here. This is kind of cruel and messed up."
But they're in a matrix. So,
right.
And they like because the Matrix didn't exist in 1974 when they made this episode. But you know that if they made this episode now, Kukulkan would be like, "I have these animals in cages, but they only look like they're in cages. They're in a Matrix, basically."
They're
like
using VR headsets.
Yeah, he would save so much time if he could just say, "They're basically each in their own little matrix that I make for them, and so it's not inhumane." And some of them are truly I paused it right when all of his eyes are looking the same direction. There's an alien. They look kind of like Star Wars aliens almost. Some of them, like that you'd see in the cantina.
And what time was that when you stopped it at that green alien? I forgot.
The guy with the goofy eyes, the 3 eyes. We'll see in a second.
It was so funny. But you see,
there we go.
Design.
Like 1420.
Oh, there we go.
Lol.
No, and it was funny because right at that scene or right at that shot, you hear Kukulkan saying, "They're in their own meadows. They're in their own, beautiful places, just eating, thriving, surviving in this box."
Right?
And it's like,
And then he
He's
said,
thinking, look at that one. He's asleep.
he's
His
happy
eyes
as
are
hell.
moving.
You don't
really
know.
Fast.
You don't know, but he's fucking stoked.
Yeah, you don't know what's going on.
Kukulkan's like, you ain't getting in there. You're not
Yeah.
in there. You can't see these fucking stoked, dude.
They
Like,
have air conditioning.
trust me. Fucking trust me. He's stoked about whatever's going on in there. I haven't checked in recently, but last time I did, he was stoked and I was fine with it. And so Kukulkan then says that, I control these guys just like I used to control you, and I taught y'all everything, and then you became evil. And I was like, what the hell? And he said, I taught that city and all else to your ancestors, but they became evil. And it's like, they're not evil. They just forgot who you are, and you don't have the right to
Influence.
prime directive us.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, and it's there's this really strange shot of like what kind of looks like a wig kind of growing.
A wig
and
heart
shrinking.
that's pulsing. That's an alien that's in their own little matrix.
Mm.
And they talk about the Capellan power cat. He goes, look,
yes.
even the most untamable beast is in my care, in their own little matrix. And Bones is like, that's a goddamn Capellan power
He's
cat,
like,
Jim.
Jesus Christ.
You got to keep that thing away from your balls, Jim.
It gives off 2,000 volts.
2,000 volts of
It'll rip your dick off.
kittytricity. And so Kukulkan goes, I visited your world as an experiment, intending to return when I was summoned, i.e. when his huge city was finished.
Yeah.
And he's like, nobody fucking called me, so I sent a probe. And isn't that kind of desperate? Like, that's like when you're in high school and nobody invites you to the party, but you like ride your bike by it anyway. And I never did that. That was never me. I didn't care enough, but other losers, I would imagine, would drive by and see if anybody. Oh, there's nobody there. Okay, cool. Oh, there's more cars there now. And so basically, he's like, you guys are savage assholes, and they're like, no, we work for peace, And he goes, nothing you done here makes me think that you shot at me. And Kirk is like, you shot at us, and Kukulkan just like. He's like flapping in silence.
Yeah, right?
You shot at me. You shot at us. Well, shut up.
Yeah, right?
Well, shut it. And
he's like, but look how peaceful these people are.
Right?
And Bones is like, they all hate captivity. I think I know that for sure.
Right? Yeah, he goes.
That's pretty much a given.
Yeah, that's, people hate captivity. And so Kukulkan is basically just trying. What's his end goal? He just wants these humans to be like, we're sorry.
Yeah, and worship him.
I
not
guess
really worship him. But
he says that they belong
city.
to him. Oh, and now we check in on the bridge of the Starship Enterprise.
And you're like, oh yeah, shit, the Enterprise is in this bubble.
Oh yeah, it's in space. Oh yeah, it's outside. There's outer space,
There's
and there's other
tiny,
stuff going on.
B plot that does kind of relate to them though, because the guys have got to get out somehow, from inside the other ship.
And it's crazy because when you see the Enterprise in that bubble, it's like the Enterprise is pretty big. 420 people live on that, and then it's like that's a big bubble. And so it's in this huge bubble, and Spock figures it out. He says, look, I've been studying the bubble, and it can respond in only one direction at a time. That's how the motherfucker was able to shoot in when they were shooting out, right? Can only respond in one direction at a time. So what he aims to do is he's going to have Sulu help him out, and they are going to blast a tractor beam at the bubble to pull it towards them while they're slamming towards it with the ship. And then he says, we're going to be careful. He goes, everybody get ready.
Yeah.
Because we're going to get thrown approximately 4.7 light years. I rounded up. He would not. He says 5.698 light years. And I like how he says approximately. Like, really? Approximately 5.698.3026 light years?
Spaces that's a
approximation to you, Spock, you fucking nerd. You fucking dork. And so also, we talked about this, but isn't 6 light years, isn't that a long ways still? Like they get thrown out and then they just like whip a Yui and they're back dealing with Kukulkan. Like, wouldn't they be like,
by the way,
we're going to be back. It's going to be a couple days. It's going to be a couple days at warp 7. We don't want to push the engines too hard. And so they do it. They make it rigid enough, lol. And then they break through. And then after they break through, they just start shooting Kukulkan's ship, right? And while they're shooting Kukulkan's ship, Kukulkan is attacking the guys, right? He's and this is when they go, we need a way to distract him so that the Enterprise can finish attacking Kukulkan's ship. And then they say, hey, remember that incredibly dangerous animal, the most dangerous, untamable animal in the known universe that's over there, the Capellan Power Cat?
Yeah.
Let's break it out and like let's blow in its face and get it all mad.
It's right here.
And then so they pull the tube from the Capellan Power Cat, and as cats do, he immediately knocks over other shit. It's like, God damn it!
That wasn't even like out of like, joy or, freedom.
He was just a cat moving around.
Gotta stretch and bounce around like cats do.
At 18 minutes and 55 seconds, there is a great shot of the Power Cat looking at Kukulkan, and it is great. Like cat is so pissed and grumpy. And then while they're fighting the Power Cat, the Enterprise lays down their phasers for the first time. They hadn't shot him yet. I forgot. I was
this is the first point of contact with his
You're out of the bubble, right?
Yep.
And then they're like, hey, Kukulkan, can you do something about the Power Cat?
Oh yeah.
And he's like, no, you're shooting my ship. That power source is that's how I do everything. And they're like, Bones is like, oh shit, if we need power to stop that Power Cat, we're fucked. We are absolutely fucked.
And then it's like you see the Power Cat charging up, and Bones is like, Jim, do something. It's like, fuck you.
You're
Bones.
the doctor, dude. Yeah. And then so
Kirk's like, wait, quick, give me that sedative.
Quick. I guess if I have to think like the doctor, I will. So he goes, give me your hypo and set it to full tranquilizer. And so remember, this is the most dangerous, untamable animal known to mankind and apparently Kukulkan kind. And then Kirk just tackles it, gets zapped, hypo sprays it, knocks out the electrical cat. And then Bones is like, did you inject that beast or yourself? And Kirk is like, shut the fuck up, dude. I got shocked. I got electrocuted, motherfucker.
2,000 volts.
Right? And he goes, it got me with its last little zap. It's like, and Kukulkan is like, I'm a victim still.
Yeah, seriously.
He's like, you take advantage of me, but I agree. Speak. And he basically says, you think of us like these creatures, you think we're inferior, but we're not. We've been using our minds and trying to live and learn in peace.
We're trying to change, man.
We're not the aliens we're not the animals you wanted us to be, but we'll fail or succeed on our own. Intelligent life is too precious a thing. And Kukulkan's like, but you're my children. It's like, we were also fucking Adonis's children.
Yeah, there's something that we meant to like, you're supposed to fly from the bird's nest.
Right? And that's so funny because he goes, I wanted to teach you and make you learn things. And Kirk's like, you did when we needed pyramids the most. You were there.
Did you see how attracted I was to
to
that pyramid 5 minutes ago?
Right? Yeah. Did you see how blown away we were by that? Well, now we're all grown up and we don't need you. Oh my God. He goes, we're all grown up and we don't need you anymore. And the fucking look on this fucking dragon bird's face, dude. 21 minutes and like 8 seconds. Look, we don't need you anymore. And the look on his face is just, just agape, mouth agape. I will let you go because you told me that it made sense.
Yeah, right.
What you said to me made sense. And he goes, and Spock goes, the creature was indeed the Mayan god from the ancient legends, but he was also maybe a Chinese dragon and also some kind of Egyptian dragon.
Kirk's like, well, it seems like he got around. Sounds like he's just some old guy trying to find some shit to do.
Right? and then Kirk says, so Spock, does Vulcan have any legends about gods or aliens visiting them? And he goes, not legends, Doctor. Or Bones said that. And Spock goes, "Not legends, Doctor, fact." And they left more enlightened than they arrived. Vulcan was visited by alien beings. They left much wiser.
And I was like, oh, okay.
That is
Great.
so like that's like in a board game about Star Trek. That would be like a Spockism or something. And then they just watch as the weird ship flies away. And Kirk is like, think what we could have done with Kukulkan's Khan's knowledge, but we just didn't want to we didn't want to worship him.
Yeah, and
and this is where Bones says, "Yeah, it's like that line from Shakespeare."
Oh, yes.
And Kirk is like, "Yeah, I was thinking about the same thing. How sharper than a serpent's tooth it is. How sharper than a serpent's tooth it is to have a thankless child." It's just like that's what you were both thinking about. Bones is like, it's like that thing from Shakespeare, and Kirk's like, yeah, I was thinking about that too.
Let me cite the exact verse.
Yeah, it's sharper than. Well, they're just saying they're saying you'd rather have your jugular bit out by a cobra than have a child that's like, I don't really care what you did for me, Dad.
It's so weird though. It was like such a weird take to have after all of this. Like they almost just died. I think they're just so used to this whole routine that a flying snake with fucking wings just isn't gonna phase them.
They're
having full on conversations with this.
Yeah, and they solved the riddle of the statues. It's like they were playing Zelda
immediately. They're like, hey, those are 4 statues you can turn, right?
Yeah, and so the title was from Shakespeare. That's one of the things that I usually like to cover what the title meant. Yeah. So what did you think? I loved it.
Oh, this episode was very exciting.
The Kukulkan Khan design was so great. And how much shit they packed in.
Yeah, they turned it up.
The Enterprise is trapped in a bubble. They do that all the time. Remember when it was trapped in lucite by that trickster figure lady?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, I love that shit.
That was cool. Yeah. They should have sold those.
I bet necklaces. They do. You could probably you could definitely find an Enterprise in a little block of lucite for sure.
What was I gonna say?
How would I know?
What's cool is that this kind of felt like the script was kind of a hubjub of or the plot was kind of a hubjub of just ideas that they cut out of fortune cookie paper and just put in a bowl and just stuck their hand in. And
you heard it here, folks. When you put your bowl, when you put a bunch of ideas in a bowl and draw it out and draw little bits out, that's called a hubjub. We know a hubjub. That's it. It's like, and so that's how I'm gonna outline stuff from now on. I'm gonna put my hubjub together, and then you draw from it. Yeah. You put your ideas in the hubjub.
Yeah, it's it's the opposite of J.J. Abrams' idea box. Instead of it being empty, it's full.
Yeah. Fuck you, J.J.
And if
Abrams.
you need more ideas, you just take more from the blub.
I'm gonna do what Al said and write. I'm gonna write. I'm gonna write found. Hey, you know what? I'm gonna write found. How about that for you, Lost, you motherfucker? I
it's
loved
lost
it.
at first, but then it gets found.
Oh, so let's cover some more tropes. So because there's even more than I thought.
Tropes.
So we got the Enterprise is in a bubble. We've got a god that visited Earth that was an alien that we thought and Earth was a god, and they influenced history. And then we've got a menagerie in there,
and we have the random crew member too that has all the
knowledge,
some lines about what's going on. Remember our favorite Italian archaeologist that died immediately?
And remember the lady that was like, I'm a virologist, and then they're like a virus.
I'm sick.
Yeah, dude, man, you don't want to be maybe you do though, because he's probably like Walking Bear. I bet Walking Bear was like, I have been working second shift. I've been on B shift for the last 10 years. I haven't talked to any of these people in years, and now I'm filling in for Chekhov. And so it's just so funny. They're like, Mr. Walking Bear, yes, a person who is always here and we've worked with many times. We definitely aren't just including you in this episode to give it some kind of weird fucked up credibility. Not to mention, so who plays Mr. Walking Bear?
Also too, it's like he goes, I've read your past reports. No one that goes with you returns. It's like, don't worry about that. We'll be fine this time.
And he does make it back. But
Thank God.
guess who played the Comanche Walking Bear? James motherfucking Doohan. He also played Kukulkan Khan.
Nice.
It's so great.
He's like, I got a couple more hours.
That motherfucker can
James,
do it.
please.
That motherfucker can do anything, man. Dragonbird, Scotty, Eric's, Native American guy.
What if there was just an episode of Kirk and James doing?
That would
Shatner
be great.
doing
Just all of them.
All the voices.
And he would do Spock and McCoy. Yeah. So good one. I liked it. I thought it was great because it was like the most diluted Star Trek-ass Star Trek shit all together in a jub.
I always bring up the Frankenstein-ness of it all. How they're like running out of ideas and they're piecing, little clips together. But I think this is very well executed because of the designs. I think the designs of everything really saves it. I really wanted that'd be cool to get like a tattoo.
Yeah, and
Ku Klux Klan,
right? Or
that'd
that table, like a coffee table. That would be rad.
Cool of that.
Yeah, I just think that I just think that they fit, and I don't know that it's that they're running out of ideas necessarily. I think they're like, hey, we know what works, man. Like, fucking knock it out, man.
Maybe they just have gotten in their flow now, their flow state.
Which sucks because this is the last episode that we're going to cover.
Right, and it's crazy
it's
too.
It's the second to last episode of the whole animated series.
And also, though, I was very surprised from the get-go because, you animated series, you think it's going to be stilted, you think it's old school because it's from the 70s, but the script really fucking carried. And they had probably a bunch of scripts and stories and plots that they had to finish up on while the show was canceling or bowing out. And then they were just like, fuck, now is our time to run it back. And James is here to record for 15 hours a day.
Right, they just have yeah, so how are you doing?
Whatever.
How you doing, Jim? All right, cool.
Do you need some water or anything?
Right,
bathroom break? I mean, they're like, no, let's do another take.
So I think that what we're going to do, so that was how sharper than a serpent's tooth. We liked it.
Yeah.
Enjoyed it. All the reaction shots. There was so many Adult Swim ass bits in this. Like the Ku Klux Klan's head not moving, but his body moving is just so. They've done that. They do that on Adult Swim all the time, and I love it. So that was How Sharper Than a Serpent's Tooth, and we are officially done covering Star Trek the Animated Series. We've done all the episodes. And next week, I think we're going to do one of our, I say one of our fun retrospective episodes, but for all I know, you listeners hate them, but we're doing it anyway. And I think I'll do a fun quiz or something where I'll do a real or fake. I'll steal an idea from a bunch of other podcasts that stole it from somebody else, where it's I'll do a real or fake titles with you, and I'll be 3-4 titles, or I'll read you a thing and say, is it a real title or a fake title from the animated series?
What's fun too is blending them with groups too, or is this a title of this, or is this a title of this group? Right.
Or we can
album.
Yep. I could also just do a quiz hey, what does Al remember Tournament of Champions? We'll just play the theme, play the theme 26 times.
Oh my gosh.
But yeah, so next week we're gonna do a retrospective talking about the animated series. And then I haven't decided if we're going to do an overarching retrospective of all of
we gotta pick the top 5, our top 5.
Top 5 of anything that we've seen.
No, the animated series.
The animated series. We'll cover that next week probably.
God, everything we've seen, dude. I don't know.
Well, so then we might have an original cast where we just kind of talk about this journey of discussing everything related to the original cast except comic books. And then we're gonna kick off Next Generation in a few weeks.
Woo!
Yeah, I'm stoked. I'm very excited. I'm looking forward to. I'm looking forward to so many things, and so this brings us. We have time in the show for one more segment.
All right.
And it goes like this. Captain, Adam and Al are recommending things. I repeat, Adam and Al are recommending things. All right, I'm going to go first.
Okay.
King Gizzard has a new album coming out on June 13th.
Did you like the single?
So here's the thing. The first single that they released called Phantom Island that's been out for months. This is like the longest they've gone without releasing a record in a while. And I didn't like Phantom Island at first. I kind of was mad at it.
It was giving indie.
I thought it sucked.
Yeah, it was giving indie band.
But then I heard, well, it's got like all these like flutes and stuff. And it's very dramatic.
Whimsical.
Yes. And then they released another single from it called Dead Stick. That's not. It's kind of like a 80. It's like a 70s big like arena rock song kind of. It's not yacht rock. It's. And then I liked it, and then I was like, oh, okay, I like this version of King Gizzard as well. The album is going to be called Phantom Island, and the thing about it is they recorded it with like a huge orchestra, and they're going on an orchestra tour this summer. Ooh. Where they're playing at fucking Hollywood Bowl with the LA Philharmonic, and tickets are incredibly expensive. So Brittany and I will not be going to that.
Hey, they'll probably record it.
Yeah, we'll watch it on YouTube. We'll live stream it on the King Gizzard fan site. But yeah, so King Gizzard and the Lizard Wizard. Check out the new singles from Phantom Island, and also their last record that I didn't really like the first couple times I listened to it, Flight B741. Yeah. I like it now because after I saw him play those songs live, I kind of understood. I was like, I get what you're doing. Yeah, it's good. But that's my recommendation. New King Giz.
That's what's crazy. They try new genres and then they like put their own little twist. It's genius.
Yeah, they're great.
Oh, yeah. Well, I have two major artists that just dropped. Space Laces has a new single called This Way, and it's like really, really heavy, like sub kicks to the point where it's kind of distorted and kind of like flexes in and out. It's amazing. Ooh. No, I'll have to show it to you because some people are like, it kind of reminds me of heavy metal, and I was like, I don't know if I see it, but I'll ask to someone who listens to a lot of heavy metal.
Yeah, a lot of people think stuff sounds like heavy metal, but it doesn't.
I don't know.
But yeah,
because he goes pretty hard. But then there's another guy named Eprom. He came out with like a short little 4-song EP here. People are just kind of like, I don't know. I think people are getting everybody ready for the summer because Flume also dropped something too, like today. With JPEG Mafia.
I don't know any
kind
of those
a weirder
people.
Rapper, but no, I'll have to show you after. It's kind of interesting. But this Eprom EP is called Tracks from the Vault. It's pretty good. 4 short songs, very like I don't know, rave club kind of music, some trap,
glow sticks.
Yeah, but it's not like pulse trance.
Certainly not.
More, it's definitely slower and a little heavier.
Cool.
But yeah, Eprom and Space Laces.
Right on.
Look 'em up.
All right. Well, hey, that's the episode for this week. Come on back next week for our retrospective of our little journey through the Star Trek The Animated Series. Thank you for continuing to listen. Do everything in the bumper and have a good week.
Peace.
Trek in the Valley is executive produced by Adam Ordall Quinnell and Al Hirt. Theme song by Al Hirt. Recorded by Adam. Mixed and edited by Al. Check the show notes for our socials, and you can email the pod at trekinthevalley, all one word, @gmail.com. Like, subscribe, review, and always explore strange new fucking worlds.